There's a lie you believed. It didn't scream, it whispered. It didn't hit you, it grew inside you. It didn't show up with chains, it showed up as your own voice. And you've been living by it ever since without even realizing it. Maybe it sounded like, I'm not enough. I always mess things up. I'll never be free from what I did. If they really knew me, they'd leave. I guess this is just who I am. And the crazy part, that lie didn't need to be shouted. It just needed to be repeated. Enough times by the wrong people, enough times by your own inner critic, enough times in silence when nobody showed up to correct it. And somewhere along the way, you stopped fighting it. You just accepted it as fact. That lie has been shaping your choices, shaping your relationships, shaping your voice. You don't speak up because the lie says you're not qualified. You don't try again because the lie says you'll just fail. You don't open your heart because the lie says you're too broken to be loved. You start playing it safe. You shrink, you settle, and worst of all, you start confusing the lie for your identity. Maybe it started in childhood, right? Maybe someone told you that you were too much or not enough. Maybe you tried your best and still got left behind or punished or ignored. Maybe you failed once and nobody let you forget it. Or maybe you succeeded and they still didn't love you. So you made a vow, I won't try again. I'll keep quiet. I'll protect myself. But all you were really doing was building a prison around your potential. Let me tell you something. Just because a thought feels real doesn't mean it's true. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean it's factual. See, the devil is a liar, but he's patient. He doesn't have to drag you down if he can just get you to sit down and settle. You think you're unworthy. God calls you chosen. You think you're broken. God calls you whole. You think you're behind, but God calls you right on time. The enemy doesn't fear your talent, right? He fears the moment you finally stop believing the lie. Because in that moment, you get dangerous. In that moment, you remember who you are. In that moment, you become free. See, you were made in the image of the Most High. Not in the image of your mistake, not in the image of your trauma, not in the image of your worst day. You're not what they did to you. You are not the silence they left you in. You are not the lie that fear whispered in the dark. You are redeemed, you are restored, and you are royalty. And you don't have to earn it. You just have to receive it. See, this is not about self-confidence. This is about God confidence. See, you can't fix a lie with affirmations alone. You need a revelation, because the only thing stronger than a lie repeated is the truth revealed. Some of you made agreements with the enemy without realizing it, right? You agreed to stay small. You agreed to stay silent. You agreed to stay ashamed. But today, you can break that agreement, right? You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You need truth. And the truth is, you are not what you went through. You are not your sin. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are seen, you are called, and you are still in the story. So here's what I want you to do, please. Think of the lie, the one that's been driving your decisions, the one that's kept you from dreaming again, the one that speaks when life gets quiet. Now call it out. Say it out loud if you have to. Write in the comments if you're brave, right? And then say this: that was never mine to carry. I release it now in Jesus' name. Because when truth enters, lies lose their power, right? And when identity is restored, destiny begins to move. You don't have to wait for tomorrow to start living in the truth. You don't have to wait to feel ready. You don't have to earn your worth. You already have it. The lie had its time, but now it's your time. The time to speak, the time to stand, the time to rise, the time to remember who you are and who you're not. You're not afraid. You're not forgotten. You're not too late. You're exactly who God made you to be. And it's time the world sees that version of you. Let's go break some lies today.